My name is Deborah Cotton, and I'm a communications consultant here in New Orleans. As a Black woman, I have a particular investment in seeing the men of my tribe do better. And so to see that there's so much death and devastation in the city that I love, and the main perpetrators of that violence are young Black men, it's even more concerning to me. And also because I believe that it can be prevented. We are just not being smart and strategic about how to address this in a systematic way. And so just to see it spiraling, it's not being diminished at all. It just, and if you live here and you know, every 6 months someone that you know or a friend of someone or a family member of someone that you know is murdered, you know, after a while it begins to really tear at you internally. And so I feel that we're at the point that we cannot not fix this anymore. So I've worked off and on for many years here in New Orleans as well as in other cities, California and Los Angeles, where I'm from. Worked in the community, worked in the Black community, and here I am very much a part of the cultural community. I film second line parades, brass band shows, Mardi Gras Indian ceremonies, and that is sort of a center where a large number, well, it's predominantly Black, and so a lot of young Black men in that environment. And I am constantly, you know, watching people suffer, either being killed or someone that they know very closely, a family member, a loved one, being killed. And I mean, I've lost count. I've been here 6 years, and I would have to sit back and count the number of people that I know personally, just as friends, people that I'm connected with through my work, neighbors, or just that I know from eyeball that have been killed. And that's unnatural. And like I said, it can be addressed. We are just not rising to the occasion. And that's what is heartbreaking, of the many different things that are heartbreaking about it. So in the cultural community, a lot of our events, you know, are out in the public, out in the street, and so at any given moment, you know, something can jump off. If you're at a second line on Sunday, if you're at a show, if you're on, you know, the neutral ground at a DJ party, or if you know, are at any of these events, and it's not necessarily members of the culture that are perpetrating these violent cases. It generally it's not. It's usually someone who has a beef with someone, and they know that they are going to be able to find them there. And so that's, you know, whenever you have large crowds of Black people, especially here in New Orleans, then there is that opportunity for someone to show up and settle a score with someone else. And so there's that. There's the overarching problem is the lack of education and resources and employment opportunities for young people, especially young Black men, and just the history of oppression and political corruption that has taken resources and opportunities meant for some of the most vulnerable, the most at-risk people in our community, and diverted those resources and opportunities, you know, to self-serving, you know, folks in leadership that were supposed to be doling out those, you know, those resources. So, so we're seeing the result of that here.